0.99 and what we have got here is 0.77. Now clearly we can see that there is a huge difference in the expected output and the output that we have got. We need not worry because this is the first iteration and we can iterate the values back to adjust these weighted edges, to adjust these weights. Now, one or all of these weights can be adjusted. To adjust these weights, we will simply have to feed back the error that we got here to the previous layers. Now, let us try to calculate what is the error that we have got here. Now, error is simply the difference between the target or the expected output and the actual output that we achieve. What is the target output at O1? The target output should be 0.01 and what did we calculate? 0.7513. So we will subtract the actual output that we got 0.75 from 0.01 and we will get the value of error at E01. At this node, the error that we have got is 0.274. Similarly, the expected output was 0.99 and we had calculated an expected output of 0.7729 at this layer. So we calculate the value of E02, the error at this node, equal to the target output minus the actual output, which is 0.0235. From here, we will go on to calculate the total error. The total error is equal to E01 plus E02, which is simply the error at each of the output nodes. We will calculate the value of E total and it will come out to be 0.2983. Now, once we have calculated the value of the total error, what can we do to minimize this error now? To minimize this error, we will do the back propagation of the error. Now we will go back and we will adjust these weights. We can adjust some or all of these weights. They will be adjusted. These weights will be altered in such a manner such that the expected output in the next iteration and the actual output will have a minimum difference or they will reach a difference of 0. This is the actual motive of back propagating. Till now, what we have done is the forward pass. That is, we have simply forwarded the input values to the next layer, the output values to the next layer as input, and similarly, this is the forward pass. From here onwards, we will do the backward pass, wherein we will propagate the error back, trying to adjust these weights. Let us try to look at the backward pass. For calculating the error at this weighted edge, which means what we are trying to do is we are trying to estimate what is the error in the total error term because of this weight. That is, how much error did we accumulate in E total because of this weight. This is what we will try to estimate, and we will try to adjust the weight W5. The error at W5 can be calculated as a partial derivative of, or if we try to partially differentiate W5 with respect to DE total, we will get the error at W5. So this is how we will calculate the value of DE total by dW5. To calculate the error, in order to find this partial derivative, we shall have to apply chain rule and split this term DE total by dW5 into these constituent terms, applying chain rule. Once we do that, it is very clear for us to see that we have had all the values of the constituent terms already with us. We will calculate DE total by DO1 out, DO1 out by DO1 in, and DO1 in by dW5. These are the values that we have got. From here on, we will go on to multiply the values of these constituent terms, and the value that we get is of DE total by dW5, 0.0821. Right? Now, how do we update the value? This is the error that we have in this term. How do we now update this value? To update this value, we will substitute this value of the original value of W5 in this equation, where delta W5 or the updated W5 is equal to the original W5, which is 0.4 minus eta. Now, what is this value eta? Eta is the learning rate for any network, which is already given to us. And this variable eta or this parameter eta can have any value between 0 and 1. In this case, let us assume that we have been given a value of learning rate or eta as 0.5, substituting that value here, and the value of dE total by dW5, the partial derivative that we have already found in the previous equation, 0.08216. The updated value of W5 can then be calculated as 0.35891648. Now, similarly, substituting the value of other parameters in the equation, we can find the updated values of W6, W7, W8, and in a similar equation, if we put in the values, we will get the value of the updated value of W1, W3, W4 as well. So in this example, we have seen that we had updated the value of all these weights using the backward pass here. We have actually back propagated from this end to back to this end, performed another forward pass. Fine, while updating these values, we will reach here, again do a forward pass, calculate the total error now in the second iteration. Fine, and then back propagate that error again to update these values W1, W2, W3 to W8. Again perform a forward pass and again check, hoping that this time the actual output is equal to the expected output. These iterations basically continue till the actual output is not equal to the total, the expected output, and once it is equal, then we stop iterating. So this was all about back propagation. Any questions can be mailed to me. We will stop at this for this lecture. For the next lecture, stay tuned.